Hello and happy self-love day, everyone. I am not a fan of Valentine's Day, and here's why. I think it's a lot of pressure and, quite honestly, like bullshit placed on one day in terms of love and relationships and so like if you're in a relationship, it's like all of these like expectations of like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna go out to dinner? What did he get you, or what did she get you, or what, and it's like all of this emphasis placed on these expectations that anytime you have an expectation, you're pretty much setting yourself up for failure and suffering, right? The other thing is that if you're single, then it's like the loneliest BS holiday in the world. I like to call it a Hallmark holiday, right? And so like it just, and look, when I was single, it was like, oh, it's like depressing. And then people were like, Galentine's Day or Palentine's Day or all the things. Those are great. But here's the deal. Like if you have been following me for a while now, you know that it's all about soul care and it's all about loving yourself. So I am on a mission today to call it Happy Self-Love Day. Because when we love ourselves first, it is a ripple effect, okay? And so I have this little thing. I always have notes, right? But like, but I saw this and it's like, you can't see it, but if you get my emails, it will be in the email later this week. And it says, finally the mirror got real. And the mirror says to, it looks like this evil stepmother, yes, but you're creating this whole narrative where Snow White is responsible for all of your problems. Love that, okay? And so truly, the number one relationship that we should be showing up for is the relationship with ourselves, okay? And when we look inside and empower ourselves, instead of looking externally for validation and love, which is what this day has pretty much morphed into. I think it was some sort of like, if somebody wants to go look this up, that'd be awesome. But I feel like when Valentine's Day started, it was not about what it is today, but I don't remember what it is. But again, it is a ripple effect on all of your relationships, right? Whether it's romantic love or family love or friendship or whatever, it all starts within you. And if you don't love yourself, I mean, like, quite honestly, okay, I just got out of the shower and now I have a sweater on, so I'm like all hot right now. It could be a little bit of the changes too, because those are coming closer together. But like when, like, that like saying, it's like you can't truly love another person until you love yourself. And if you're expecting another person to love you and fill yourself up when you don't love yourself, like, again, that's going to create a lot of suffering, okay? And the journey always begins with knowing ourselves. I remember like when I was like in my 20s or whatever, I was just like, who am I? Like, who am I if I'm not somebody's girlfriend, right? Because I had this pattern in high school in my early 20s to like jump from relationship to relationship. And then I woke up one day and I was like, who the hell am I if I'm not somebody's girlfriend or somebody's daughter or friend? And I started to do some serious soul searching. And then it came to me that was like, oh, wait a second. I am the person that I'm going to be with for my entire life. I better get to know this person. And so I was like, let's deep dive, because that's what I do, right? And that's what I teach my clients. And that's what I love to do with other people, is have them really get in touch with their relationship with themselves. And so it is about getting to know yourself, all the parts, the awesome parts, the not so awesome parts, so that you can no longer look externally for love and validation. And it's also about learning how to trust yourself, which is a lifelong journey, right? And it also is about learning how to trust your intuition and know that these experiences, whatever the experiences are and whatever the relationships are there for you to grow and learn. And so if you're in, like, not even if you're in a relationship, like, think about any important relationship in your life. It could be a parent, it could be a sibling, it could be a friend, it could be a partner. That person and you signed up for your relationship so that you could grow and learn about yourself, and that person could learn and grow about themselves. Okay. And so before we come down into this human form, this soul, our spirit and our soul go, okay, what is it that I want to learn through this person, this human experience, so my soul could grow and evolve? And you choose all of the players, right? You travel in soul groups. Okay, this is about soul groups. This is not about finding your soulmate. If you want to talk about that, like, come join me at 2:30 Pacific time today on Clubhouse. The room is called Soul Therapy. It's with me and my great friend and colleague and soul sister, Melissa Ratliff. And we are talking all about this, and also like the soul stuff about it, like, and what we sign up for. Okay. And so, like, when you look at your partner or your friend or your significant person and go, oh, okay, we signed up for this on a soul level. What is it that I have to learn from this person? No matter like who it is, because they're gonna trigger and activate you, which is also part of that purpose. Just like you are triggering and activating someone else, right? The other person. So also, if you don't learn about yourself, right, you are likely going to run into the drama triangle, which is the core of codependency. Okay, the drama triangle is by Stephen Cartman. He's like a psychiatrist, and he like blew it out of the water with this, where there's the victim, and there is the rescuer, and there's the persecutor in a triangle. Okay, and so the victim is like the woe is me, why is life happening to me? I'm gonna be ignoring my cat because he's meowing, and I have a Roomba going on in the other room. But anyway, back to the victim. So the victim is all about like, woe is me. Why is life happening to me? I have no power and control over anything, and life just happens to me. It's basically the Eeyore of Winnie the Pooh. Then you have the persecutor. That person shows up on another part of the triangle, right? This person is all about raging and blaming and controlling and using anger to have a sense of control and power. The third is the rescuer, and like, I don't want to put a number to it, but a hell of a lot of women show up as the rescuer, okay? And this person, like anybody in a helping profession, and a whole shit ton of women show up as rescuers. And it's like, how can I help you? We are the overgivers. We are the people pleasers. We're like, and we have trouble saying no. We have trouble setting boundaries. I'm saying we because I was this person. Okay. And it still pops up every once in a while because it's something that we are going to be working on for life. That's the deal, people. Whatever your issues are now are the issues that you're going to be working through life. And I don't mean that to be daunting, but it's one of those things where it's like, oh, here it is again. Here's that thing again. Here's how I need to work through it. Here are the steps that I've learned from the last time. Favorite book on codependency? Well, I would have to say, and it's funny because I started to read it, but this is like the Bible of codependency, is Melody Beattie, and it's Codependent No More. And I started to read it, and then her writing was like really bad. So I never finished it. But that is the that's like the Bible. So if you need a good basic book on it, I would say Codependent No More. You could also look up Stephen Cartman and the Drama Triangle, because it really fleshes both of those things out. And Oh, it's super dated. And that's a really good question. So I will kind of put my thinking cap on and see if there is something, a more up-to-date book on codependency. I believe that we're all a little bit codependent, okay? And so like and here's why. Everything is a spectrum, right? This is why I don't like doing therapy anymore. And I kind of moved into, I did move into coaching, although I am now picking up therapy clients. So if you're in Washington State, hit me up. But here's the deal, like, because everything is a spectrum. Like, there's no black and white in anything, right? And so with codependency, I believe we're all a little bit codependent. We literally were attached to our mother by an umbilical cord, right? So there's going to be attachment stuff that we are all working through. And then based on your family of origin, based on your culture, based on your life experiences, you're going to show up somewhere on a spectrum of being like, holy shit, I'm so ridiculously codependent, or like, I got this, I'm good, I have healthy interdependent relationships, which I don't think anybody really does. We all have to work on it because, again, our family, we choose so that we could have issues, so that we could work on them, so that we could grow and evolve as a soul, right? And so, or you're on the other side of the spectrum where you're just like totally like an island and you don't want to have any relationships, right? And so when you start to look at like aspects of yourself of like, am I looking to somebody to fill me up? And, or am I filling my own bucket? And I always talk about, I don't even know if I talk about this in here or not. I should probably look at my notes. But no, I didn't, but I talk about like, we're all buckets, right? And so you could have a relationship or friendships or whatever, and you could go, okay, I'm looking to them to fill me up. They could give you all of the love, all of the attention, all of the caring in the world, but if you're this bucket, what's going to happen is you're going to have a hole at the bottom of the bucket, okay? And so no matter how much love and attention and caring there is, you're going to, it's going to flow out. Nothing is going to hold because you're looking outside of yourself to fill you up or for someone to love you. So what you're going to do is look at the hole and go, why do I have a hole in my bucket? And then, this is where you get a therapist, a coach, all the self-development stuff, or books, and you start to deep dive into yourself and go, oh, this is why I have that hole. And then you start to heal it, right? And then when you heal it, you seal the bucket, and then you can fill your own self up with love. And then what happens is that you then attract somebody else with a full bucket, because we are like magnets to other people. So if you are codependent and looking to somebody else to fill you up, you're going to attract somebody who also has a hole in their bucket with whatever their issues are, and then they're going to play out, right? So when you fill your own bucket, I'm holding the buckets here, just FYI, in case you're wondering why I'm doing this. Well, if you do that, then if you fill your own bucket, then you're going to attract another whole bucket, and then it becomes an interdependent relationship, right? So then it's like a Venn diagram, right? So you're a whole person, you attract another whole person, and then this is the relationship instead of having some like glommy codependent mess. So that is what I wanted to share with you today. That's what I wanted to share with you today. So I would love for you all to spread the self-love today and, and love yourself and, tell people happy self-love day, because it really does truly start with us. Thank you, Kelly, for, watching today too, and your questions. And if you happen to find an updated codependency book, will you drop it in the group, please? Because I think it would be a valuable resource for everyone. I love you and myself too, Lynn. Mwah. Okay, bye. See you later.